Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new video, and this time I want to talk about some alternative sculpts that I bought for my Blood Bowl teams. I have the starter kit or the Blood Bowl case, and I have the humans and the orcs team. So I want to make my team a little bit bigger, and I was looking for internet for also alternative sculpts for Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl has been a thing that was abandoned by Games Workshop for a long time. Recently they launched the new Blood Bowl, and a lot of people is still jumping to Blood Bowl, although there was behind a big community and also a lot of houses and companies, small companies doing alternative sculpts for Blood Bowl. And here I'm connecting with my previous video about the copies and knockoff. So here what I was looking is not for copy or knockoff of Games Workshop. I was really looking for alternatives, other schools that have been in the market even before Games Workshop launched the new teams. So here you're going to see some miniatures that I bought at Comixininos, so Comixininos or Comixininos.com. So if you want, you can visit there. They have a huge catalog of sorry, Blood Bowl teams and Blood Bowl miniatures. Most of them even before the new edition of Blood Bowl was launched. Of course now they have some boom. So here you have the website. I will put the link in the description below. So the first miniature I want to share with you, this is alternative sculpt for the Mighty Thug. This is from Mako Miniatures. Okay, I hope you can see this better here. Okay, and this is quite interesting. It's inspired on the old model, but it's not a recast of the old modern either. So even when something is out of print, you can find, I think it's better to make, if you really want to commercialize something alternative, I think it makes more sense to commercialize something that is alternative sculpt than really making just a knockoff. And I think this is a good approach done by Mako Miniatures. So this miniature was not existing in the market. This was at least from 2014. I have seen a YouTube video from 2014 when they were showcasing this miniature, but I guess it's even older. So here we have, and in the scale of the new Warhammer 40k, sorry, if we compare on size with the new Blood Bowl team, we see that it's a little bit bigger than the current, this is a liner. So I'm pretty happy how the skull looks like. I think they will look like great on the table. I will paint him for my team. So I really wanted to have this additional star player, and I think it makes quite a nice justice. Of course, it's not the super dynamic pose and nice pose from Forge World, but I think instead of doing a knockoff or buying a copy of Forge World, I prefer to buy this alternative miniature. It's cheaper than the Forge World one. This is costing €7.95. Okay, it's going to be about $9, I guess, in something like that. So it's between 8 to 9 euros, or €8 and $9 more or less. And in pounds will be in the order of £7. Sorry. So really interesting, this sculpt. And then I also wanted to check two alternatives for blackboard. This is the plastic one, the black blocker plastic one. This is an alternative metal miniature. This is as well quite old, and I guess it's before even this was in the market. This is from Mecom Studio. Sorry. It's quite funny. It reminds me the old Balrog Troll, but again, it's an alternative sculpt. They have made the effort to do their own design. There is not a rip-off directly. So, of course, they are using, and again, Blood Bowl was abandoned by Games Workshop for a long time, so it makes sense that a lot of small houses, a lot of small companies, they try to make their way into Blood Bowl. And you will see that there is also Amazon team. So instead, for example, of making a copy-paste of Amazon team, there are some alternative sculpts that are pretty interesting as well. Okay, so I'm quite happy with what I have, and here we have the third miniature, and this is from RN Studio. It's also a blackboard blocker. This one I like it because it's without the helm, Okay, you see, and if we compare sizes, they are a little bit smaller than the and less bulkier than the ones from Games Workshop, but I think they will do the work. The only problem I found here is that the casting was not perfect and some of the spikes are missing. So here I'm wondering if I make them look like broken in the match, because also can be, will make sense that they have been broken in the match, or I will just make them with green stuff. So what is not a big deal, adding a couple of spikes with green stuff. So again, I think the detail is quite nice. It's more caricaturesque with this big head. It looks almost like a gorilla head. We see it's very oval, but I think the musculature and the detail is quite nice. So I will try to paint them in the channel. To be fair, I prefer the resin one than the metal one. They are completely different designs. This is more on the old style, okay? The belly, the beer belly, not that fit, but also looking brutal with these silly gloves, metal gloves. So what is matching very well with the look we have today. So yeah, this is just a little bit of continuation of the video I did yesterday, and also showcasing some alternative miniatures. So if you really want something that is out of print, yeah, you can make a copy. But I like the approach of these companies, that they make alternative sculpt to represent this miniature. Okay, and on Blood Bowl, they don't have problems with the proxies. It's not like maybe on 40k on Age of Sigmar, then proxy is more limited, but in Blood Bowl I have seen a lot of teams from alternative. I was really enjoying when I went to the last tournament, because not everything was Games Workshop. We have seen a lot of alternative models, and we have to take into account Blood Bowl have been running without Games Workshop support for years, so it's normal that there are a lot of alternative skulls, proxies, and so on. So this is all what I want to talk here. Also building up a little bit on the video I put yesterday, and sharing other approaches for small companies to make the space in this hobby. So that's all for now. I hope you have liked this video, and if you are in a Blood Bowl person, I recommend you visit this website. So there is a lot of alternative skulls. I'm looking forward maybe to make an Amazon team later on. I really enjoyed the tournament of Blood Bowl, and I think Blood Bowl is a great game. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching. Leave the comments below, and see you again later. Bye.